Stop scrolling right now and prepare yourself for the most shocking celebrity love story you will read today. What looked like a fairy tale romance has suddenly turned into a heartbreaking storm that no one saw coming. Fans thought they knew everything about Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. They thought the smiles were real. They thought the future was already written. But one unexpected discovery changed everything in a single moment. What happened behind closed doors? Who was the mysterious person at the center of the controversy? And why did Zhang Linghe reportedly walk away from the relationship without looking back? Stay with us until the very end, because the twists become more shocking with every moment, and what happened next left even their closest friends speechless. The evening began like any other. The city lights sparkled across the skyline as luxury vehicles moved through crowded streets and cameras flashed outside a high-profile industry gathering. Inside the venue, some of the biggest names in entertainment laughed, chatted, and posed for photographs. Among the guests were Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. At first glance, everything seemed perfect. They smiled politely at reporters. They exchanged brief conversations with colleagues. They appeared calm and comfortable. No one in that room could have imagined that the foundation of their relationship was about to crack. According to sources close to the fictional story, Zhang Linghe had been feeling uneasy for weeks. It was not one major incident. It was a collection of small details. Missed calls, unexpected absences, conversations that suddenly ended when he entered a room, messages that seemed carefully hidden. At first, he ignored the signs. Every relationship faces challenges. Every couple experiences moments of doubt. He told himself there was probably a simple explanation. But the feeling refused to disappear. The questions continued growing louder in his mind. Then came the night that changed everything. The gathering was reaching its peak when Zhang Linghe reportedly stepped away from the main ballroom. He was looking for a quiet place to make a phone call. What he found instead would leave him frozen. At the far end of a private hallway stood Tian Xiwei. She was not alone. Standing beside her was an unidentified man. The two appeared deeply engaged in conversation. There was nothing dramatic about the scene itself. No raised voices. No public confrontation. Just two people talking quietly. Yet something about the interaction immediately caught Zhang Linghe's attention. The expressions. The body language. The familiarity. It was unlike anything he had seen before. For several seconds, he simply watched. His heart pounded. His thoughts raced. Every unanswered question from the previous weeks suddenly returned. The hallway felt impossibly silent. Then Tian Xiwei turned. Their eyes met. The atmosphere changed instantly. Shock crossed her face. The mysterious man stepped backward. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Time itself seemed to stop. What happened during the next few minutes remains one of the biggest mysteries in this fictional story. Witnesses later claimed they saw Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei enter a private room together. The conversation reportedly lasted nearly an hour. No cameras were present. No recordings exist. Only speculation remains. But when the door finally opened, observers immediately sensed something was wrong. The smiles were gone. The warmth was gone. The connection that once seemed unbreakable appeared shattered. Zhang Linghe walked out first. His expression was calm. Too calm. The kind of calm that often follows emotional devastation. He did not stop to answer questions. He did not look back. He simply left. Inside the room, Tian Xiwei reportedly remained seated for several minutes. Friends who later checked on her described her as unusually quiet. The news spread rapidly. Rumors exploded across social media. Fans desperately searched for answers. Some believed the mysterious man was merely a friend. Others insisted there had to be more to the story. Everyone had an opinion. Nobody knew the truth. The following morning only intensified the speculation. People noticed subtle changes. Photographs disappeared from public feeds. Interaction stopped. The usual signs of a happy couple suddenly vanished. Industry insiders began whispering. Entertainment bloggers published theories. Fan communities spent hours analyzing every available detail. The internet became a battlefield of competing narratives. Yet neither Zhang Linghe nor Tian Xiwei immediately addressed the situation. Their silence only fueled curiosity. Days passed. Questions multiplied. Then a source allegedly close to the situation made a stunning claim. According to the source, Zhang Linghe had discovered evidence suggesting that Tian Xiwei had been maintaining a secret connection with another man for months. The relationship was reportedly hidden from public view. Whether the claim was true remained impossible to verify. Still, the allegations spread like wildfire. Suddenly, everyone was talking about the possibility of a secret lover. Fans who once celebrated the romance now wondered whether everything had been built on hidden truths. For Zhang Linghe, the emotional impact was said to be enormous. Those who knew him described someone struggling to reconcile two conflicting realities. One reality contained the woman he trusted. The other contained questions he could no longer ignore. Friends reportedly encouraged him to take time before making any decisions. Emotions were running high. The situation was complicated. But according to the fictional story, his mind had already been made up. Trust once broken is difficult to rebuild. No matter how strong the feelings may be, no matter how beautiful the memories were, without trust, even the strongest relationships can collapse. Then came the moment that shocked everyone. Sources claimed Zhang Linghe officially ended the relationship. There was no dramatic public announcement, no emotional press conference, no angry accusations, just a quiet decision that marked the end of a chapter. The reaction was immediate. Fans across the world expressed disbelief. Many refused to accept the news. After all, Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei had seemed inseparable. Their chemistry had inspired countless discussions. Their interactions had generated endless admiration. Now that image appeared to be gone. As the story continued unfolding, attention shifted toward Tian Xiwei. What was she thinking? How was she responding? According to fictional reports, she was devastated by the breakup. Friends allegedly described sleepless nights and moments of deep reflection. Some claimed she wanted to explain herself. Others suggested she believed the situation had been misunderstood. But every attempt to repair the damage seemed to arrive too late. The distance between them continued growing. Meanwhile, Zhang Linghe threw himself into work. New projects, new schedules, new responsibilities. People noticed a change in him. He remained professional, focused, determined. Yet there was also a quiet sadness behind his eyes. The kind of sadness that often follows disappointment. The kind that cannot be hidden forever. Months of shared memories do not disappear overnight. Neither do emotions. Even after a breakup, the echoes of a relationship remain. A favorite song, a familiar place, an unexpected memory. Everything becomes a reminder. That reality reportedly followed both of them. Neither could fully escape the past. Then another surprising development emerged. Mutual friends reportedly attempted to arrange a private meeting. Their goal was simple: create an opportunity for honest conversation. One final chance to clear the air. The meeting eventually took place. The atmosphere was tense, emotional, uncertain. For hours they talked. They discussed misunderstandings, expectations, mistakes, regrets, and the painful events that had brought them to this point. Those present later claimed the conversation was respectful. There were no dramatic outbursts, no scenes worthy of a movie, just two people confronting difficult truths. Yet despite the effort, something essential appeared missing. The trust that once connected them. Without it, reconciliation seemed impossible. When the meeting ended, both reportedly understood the same thing. The relationship belonged to the past. The future would have to be written separately. As news of the final conversation reached fans, emotions exploded once again. Some hoped for reconciliation. Others believed moving on was the healthiest choice. The debate continued for weeks. But one fact remained unchanged. A love story that once seemed destined for forever had come to an end. Today, the fictional breakup remains one of the most talked about celebrity stories in entertainment circles. Not because of dramatic headlines, not because of endless rumors, but because it serves as a reminder that trust remains the foundation of every relationship. Fame cannot protect it. Success cannot replace it. And once it begins to disappear, even the strongest bond can face impossible challenges. Whether Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei will ever find their way back to friendship remains unknown. Whether the full truth about the mysterious man will ever emerge remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. The moment Zhang Linghe discovered what he believed was a secret connection changed everything forever. A single hallway, a single glance, a single realization, and a relationship that once appeared unshakable suddenly became a memory. What do you think really happened behind the scenes? Was there a misunderstanding that spiraled out of control? Or was the breakup inevitable from the moment trust began to fade? Share your thoughts and join the conversation because this story continues to spark debate long after the final goodbye. Just when fans thought the story had finally reached its conclusion, an unexpected development sent a fresh wave of speculation across the entertainment world. Several weeks after their reported final conversation, Zhang Linghe was seen attending a private industry event where some of the biggest names in the business had gathered. The atmosphere was relaxed and cheerful, with actors and producers celebrating the completion of several major projects. For most of the evening, Zhang Linghe appeared focused on conversations with colleagues. He smiled politely for photographs and maintained his usual calm and professional demeanor. Yet those present noticed that he seemed more reserved than before. Then something happened that nobody expected. As guests mingled near the outdoor terrace, Tian Xiwei arrived. The room instantly changed. People who had been chatting moments earlier suddenly became aware of the tension in the air. Many wondered whether the former couple would avoid each other completely or exchange a brief greeting. For several minutes, they remained on opposite sides of the venue. Then fate appeared to intervene. A mutual friend approached both of them and quietly encouraged them to join a small group conversation. The moment was impossible to ignore. As Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei stood face to face for the first time in weeks, nearby guests held their breath. To everyone's surprise, there was no awkwardness, no visible anger, no bitterness. Instead, there was a quiet maturity that left many observers stunned. They exchanged polite smiles. They spoke briefly, and for a few moments, it almost seemed as though the painful events of the past had disappeared. But those closest to the situation noticed something deeper. There was warmth.
There was respect.
Yet there was also distance. A distance created by experiences neither of them could forget.